the landscape architect of the project. A project was conceived to showcase the icon that was Wangari Maathai. Wangari Maathai was very passionate about the environment. In her life, she dedicated a lot of her time to work with women, to the Green Belt movement, to plant a lot of, especially indigenous trees. She won a Nobel Prize for doing that. At the peak of some of her work, she defended the Uhuru Park from being grabbed by the political class back then. And that's something we'll always remember her for. So this institution was really supposed to showcase her life and what she stood for. So you'll find a lot of green concepts. You'll find a lot of indigenous concepts and cultures within the landscape that is Wangari Maathai Institute. The whole idea is supposed to be a university campus. We're going to have programs and courses that have to do with environmental protection, environmental stewardship, and of course you're going to have courses that have to do with conflict resolution, so bringing about peace. Where we are standing is an outdoor amphitheater, probably the only one in the region. We want to bring people to Wangari Maathai to learn about environmental stewardship. This is all happening in the outdoor space, and it also showcases that not all these things have to happen within a building. Ideally, this is a public space. Anyone is supposed to be able to come here. This is a celebration of the life of Wangari Maathai, and I'm sure the general public is very interested in that. So anyone who wants to be able to come to the exhibition to see what that's about. We have a nature trail going down the forest on this side. You should be able to jog. Same way you go to Karura. Human beings are intrinsically drawn to nature. If you live in an environment where you don't interact with trees, you don't interact with with animals, and all that, you tend to be more stressed. Unfortunately, in Nairobi, because of the way we've had planning gaps for the longest time, a huge population of people are not able to access green space. So, unfortunately, you can't come to Wangari Maathai on a daily basis. Ideally, everyone who lives in Nairobi should have access to green on a daily basis. I believe, and this is something that's achievable, if we are deliberate about this and we are serious about it as a society, then we can have neighborhood parks. For me, that is very, very critical, because that's where a lot of the interactions within little neighborhoods, let's say Buruburu had their nice public park somewhere where all Buruburians go, their kids go to play there, then a lot of the artists there go and interact with the people, then a lot of social stuff happens at the neighborhood park. Then at another scale, then we can start having a district parks. Then you have the Uhuru parks and central parks, yeah, district scale, almost district scale parks. And then also, also generally disregarded, we have pocket parks and even street corners and all those things. Those are spaces which ideally should be utilized. Over time, I've discovered two things. One, we have a cultural issue. A lot of people who live in Nairobi came to Nairobi to look for work. So the attitude is exploitation. So you come, you exploit, then you go back home to where you're born. That kind of interferes with the sense of ownership, because I've come to exploit, I don't really care about this space. Number two is a colonial mentality, where Nairobi was planned by and for the benefit of the colonial class at that time. So that there's a master-servant relationship between the leadership and the people. So the people are expecting their master to do everything. So they don't have a responsibility towards this. We don't own it because this space in serikali, it's for the master. So me, I'm just a person. There's nothing, I don't have a role. But fortunately, our new constitution gives us a lot of responsibility as citizens. So it's a rallying call to everyone who cares about their children's future. The children will live in these cities, in this city of Nairobi. So if you care, you have to take that personal responsibility and realize that, no, I don't think my children are going to grow up in my village. This is my space, and if I don't benefit from the push right now, my children will. So if we create a chaotic city, if we create a city that's full of crime, it's full of garbage, that floods every time it rains, it's our children that are going to pay the price. It's Hosea Omole. I'm a city shaper. I'm very passionate about our city. I'm calling on you to join me in fighting for our public spaces, in fighting for a better Nairobi, for a better city, for ourselves and our children, and our children's children.